District Governor Asit Mittal and Navita, District Governor from 3050 Ratnesh Kashyapji, District Governor-elect again from 3050 and a dear friend Ashish Desai, District Governor nominee 13 and 14 Binod and Sangeeta, District Governor nominee Sanjay and Reena, District Trainer 12-13, a dear friend Mukesh and Simi, senior colleagues from Council of Governors, Dr. Eva and Axel from Germany, organizing team members, and most important, new class of Rotary leaders. Good afternoon. Nanda and I extend our personal and sincere welcome to all of you, my dear new generation of Rotary leaders at Paribodh, the Enlightenment PETS 2012. All of us, friends, have got here after a long journey, and I hope that the excitement of the day will carry you through whatever exhaustion you might be experiencing, because we have got an extremely busy and tight schedule during this weekend at Jaipur. As a veteran of many PETs myself, I would like to tell you one thing right away, as you also might know, that you are not going to get much sleep while you are here at Jaipur. But trust me, friends, this is going to be the lifetime experience for each one of you, something that you will never forget throughout your life. When I look around you, at all of you, I can't help but I look at my own pets. In 1988, as I am sure you will also agree, this is going to be an experience that you would never like to forget throughout your life. Friends, coming to the pets is like reaching on the top of the mountain for the first time and looking down the view. Suddenly, you see things that you have never seen before, because either you were too close or you were too far away. You start to understand the bigger picture, and you try to fit things together. Friends, you get a sense of perspective that you could have never got if you would have stayed at home. But to be honest, I have to tell you that that sense of perspective and the conclusion ends just there. Because being in Jaipur doesn't mean that the challenge of your journey has just gone or it's not there, but it means the hard work has just begun. Friends, just take a look around. What you will see out here is truly and indeed remarkable. And as you see, and the amazing thing, my dear friends, that makes you stop and wonder at the miracle of Rotary is that each one of you Each one of you has come here for a one single reason. And that is, you are here because you love Rotary. You are here because you love what you do through Rotary. You are here because you want to do much more. We all are present here because we all want to become better leaders. We are here not for our own glory, our own honor, but my dear friends, because you believe, and as I believe, that we can help our Rotarians to do much more in this world. And if you believe that, my dear friends, then it is only too obvious that each one of you has an obligation, a responsibility, and a sacred duty to become the very best that we all can be. Friends, the peace is a very common word. We all have heard about peace. We hear it. We talk about peace every day. We use it a great deal in Rotary as well. But how many of us has given a serious thought as what peace is all about? What this word peace means? Well, peace has countless meanings. It has endless meanings. There are many definitions of peace. For peace, no word is right or wrong. The peace can mean a state of no war, no violence, no fear. The peace can also mean a sense of happiness, a freedom of speech and thoughts, a freedom of choice and opinions. It can also mean a sense of, a feeling of self-determination. The friends, the peace can also mean a confidence and security in the future. And it can also mean a life and a home in a stable society. No matter how we understand or use the word peace, the Rotary can help us to achieve peace. Rotary helps in building peace by meeting the needs of others, by providing health care, sanitation, food, and education. It helps in building peace by reducing the causes of conflict. And that is why, my dear friends, becoming Rotary President Sakuji Chanaka has given us a very, very purposeful and meaningful peace service. Friends, let us try to understand the challenge of this theme by posing a very simple question to ourselves. Are we serious about bringing peace? The answer, my dear friends, will only be yes if we are serious to capture peace. And the first thing that we must do is by making our communities aware and making our communities bring peace, and then building communities to achieve peace. Friends, we celebrate International Peace Day every year on 21st September. In Rotary, we have World Understanding and Peace Day every year on 23rd February. Even we observed 1986 as the International Peace Year. We have people running for peace. We have people walking for peace. We have so many such occasions for peace. But the basic question is, are we serious? Sir Winston Churchill was scheduled to deliver an address on peace over BBC, and he was running late for the broadcast. Coming out of 10 Downing Street, he saw a taxi cruising towards BBC studio, and then he hailed and said, "Hey there, I'm in hurry. Please take me to BBC." The taxi driver somehow did not recognize Winston Churchill, and he said, "I'm on way home to listen to the broadcast by Prime Minister Winston Churchill." Then Churchill offered him the double fare, but the cabbie somehow did not agree. But the Churchill was very much flattered. Then he offered him a handsome award, or you can call it reward, to which the cabbie agreed, and he opened the door and said, "Sir, get in. I will take you there." Hell with Winston Churchill and the hell with peace. My dear friends, what I would like to ask you, do we have the same attitude to hell with peace? Do our communities have the same attitude? We must rein in the word peace, and we must ensure that the peace is an honorable word. And if you can convince the masses that the peace is the precondition of wellness and prosperity, every human being on this earth, my dear friends, will give his 100% for peace. He will work for peace. He will strive for peace, and he will certainly insist for peace. Friends, there are communities, there are people who are in the varying state of sufferings. Can peace mean anything to them? Can there be a peace for someone if he or she is starving, unloved, abused, homeless? What good the peace is if his basic needs, his minimum needs are not being met? Can someone seek peace when he is struggling, when he is fighting for his survival? And my dear friends, it is this survival mode that leads to, that breeds conflicts and hatred. And such people will do everything possible to survive. They will do everything possible to ensure that their family members are safe. Thus, my dear friends, we need to focus on building communities. By building communities, we bring prosperity, and the prosperity brings peace. And this can be done by doing something monumental and big, like building a school, or maybe building a Rotary blood bank, or maybe donating a fully equipped mobile medical checkup van, or something small, like providing fans, blackboards, or desks to classrooms in a school. And as you go ahead, you will find that what matters is your willingness to meet the needs and not the size of the project. Friends, Roosevelt once said, "It is not enough to talk about peace. One must believe in it. And it is not enough to believe in peace. One must work on it." Our focus in the coming Rotary year, my dear friends, is achieving peace through service. And there are endless and numerous ways we can build peace in this world through our clubs, through our foundation, by entering into public-private partnership, by improving the health care, by providing the vocational training to unemployed youth, by promoting literacy and education, and the most important, my dear friends, we can't have a healthier and a peaceful world even if a single child is forgotten. Rabindranath Tagore once lamented in one of his songs, "The song that I came to sing remains unsung to this day. I have spent my days stringing and unstringing my instrument, and I am sure the incoming Rotary leaders, you will not let this happen to you. You have only 365 days, not even a day more. It is now or never." I urge each one of you to go out there and serve your clubs with commitment, with care, and with the courage of your convictions, and build peace through service. Let us work as a team. Let us take our members together. As we say, 1 and 1, 1 plus 1 becomes 11. Let us work and let us lead with that conviction. I would like to share an old age tale of hare and tortoise race. They had a race to decide as who was fastest, and how overconfident hare slept midway, and the slow and steady tortoise wins the race. Well, I've heard a new story with a new twist. The hare gets disappointed on losing the race. And he did some soul searching and realized that he got defeated because he had been overconfident. So he challenged the hare to another race. He challenged the tortoise to another race. And this time, the hare went all out and ran without stopping from stop to finish and won the race by many miles. Friends, the story doesn't end here. Now, the tortoise did some soul searching and realized that there was no way he can beat the hare in a race the way the race has been currently formatted. So he challenged the hare to another race. And the hare agreed. They both started off. The hare took off and ran at a top speed until he reached the river bank. And there, the finishing line, of course, was on the other side of the river. The hare sat down wondering what to do next. Meanwhile, the tortoise arrived. He got into the river and swam across and reached the finishing line. Friends, the moral of the story is, let us first identify our core competencies and then change the playing field to suit our core competencies. But the story still doesn't end here. By this time, the hare and tortoise had become very good friends. They decided to have a last race together as a team. They both started off, and this time, the hare carried the tortoise till the river bank. Then the tortoise took over and swam across with hare on his back, and together both finished the race. And for the first time, my dear friends, both felt a greater sense of satisfaction than earlier. What is the moral of the story? The moral of the story, my dear friends, it is good to be individually brilliant and have strong core competencies. But unless we work as a team, we harness each other's core competencies, we will always perform below par, because our own weaknesses may be somebody else's strength. When faced with failures, sometimes it is appropriate to work harder and put in more efforts. And sometimes it is appropriate to change the strategy and to do something different. And sometimes it is better to do both. There is one more lesson to be learned from this story, my dear friends. That is, when we work together as a team, when we don't compete with each other, we will always perform better. So I urge each one of you present here to take your members along, to please take with them, share your resources, share your energies, share your core competencies, and I can guarantee you will be able to write a glorious chapter in the history